Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thanks for joining me. I'm Rachel. I am a stay-at-home mom, and I enjoy all things at the house. Enjoy is a strong word. I hate doing laundry. But today we're going to tackle the Flip House's guest bedroom. So this is a very large guest bedroom. It'll be a kid's room, I'm assuming, but yeah, this is what it looked like to begin with. So it really could only go up from there. I painted the walls passive gray by Sherwin-Williams. And then all the trim was yellow. And so all the trim in the whole house was yellow. So every trim has had to be painted. I always paint trim extra white by Sherwin-Williams. And you want to do a semi-gloss. And then the walls you want to do eggshell. So those are the sheens that you get. So after all of that part's all boring. The ceiling had to be painted too. The ceiling was painted with flat paint. So that's the sheen for that. And now we're here months later, and I'm vacuuming up the dust from the floor. It's so exciting. They refinished the floors. They look fantastic. And we did just a classic gray stain on the floors. This is my Bissell Crosswave vacuum mop. I love this thing. Vacuuming and mopping hurts my back, so the fact that you can do them both at one time is great. I have a robot vacuum mop at home, but I like to bring these to these flip houses because there's so much like construction debris at all times from everything you do, like drilling into the walls, sanding the floors, all that. So this video is going to be about staging the room, and this is the bed that I got for the bedroom, and I got this at Restore. Restore is like the Habitat for Humanity store. I think I paid $30 for this metal vintage bed, and it's brown, which doesn't really go with the room. So I gave it a quick sand just to roughen the edges and roughen the paint up. And then I went in with a black matte spray paint. And I'm not sure what I'm looking for here, but I couldn't find it. So let's go find it. No, I was looking for cardboard and actually the spray paint. So I went and got the spray paint cans. It took 3 cans of spray paint to get this completely covered. They really make spray paint hard to get into. But I just went to town, and the secret to spray paint is doing light layers. So you don't want to like hold it in one spot too long or you'll get a drip, and you just kind of shake it as you go to keep the paint mixed up. And you'll see that I didn't really paint the part of the bed that's going to be against the wall. And then I didn't concentrate too much on the footboard, the back side of the footboard, because it'll be against the mattress and you won't see it. When I spray paint stuff, I always live in fear that I'm gonna run out of paint. But here's the bed finish. It looks so great. We're gonna let it dry. A few days later, it was time to go ahead and get this room staged. So I brought the bed in and then the bed railing in. To stage the beds in the house, we got air mattresses, and I ordered the air mattresses from Walmart. I think they were like $50 or $60. This bed was listed as a queen bed, but I think it was a full-size bed because this queen blow-up mattress was very big, and you'll see as it blows up how it needed a full bed mattress in here. So the mattress kind of took over at one point. Had to let a little bit of air out, get it situated, and then put the air back in. And now this mattress is wedged in place. So I got all the stuff to stage it. We've got pillow sheets. I got this little side table from Goodwill. And it's a little bit wobbly. I need to still fix it. I still haven't fixed it, but you can't tell. So nobody's really going to be using the table. And I just started organizing, putting the lamps where they need to go, and then we'll get to making the bed. All the bed linens, I wanted to just use what I had on hand, and so this is just a bottom sheet from I don't know where, somewhere in my garage, and washed it up, washed good. It's just a white bottom sheet, and I thought, let's just keep it simple. I wanted a lush looking bed that was calming, and then we'll do some accent colors with a quilt at the bottom and some pillows. There's some throw pillows. I had a white comforter, but it was very dingy because I think my oldest son washed it with his blue sheets. And so I also had gotten this queen size white duvet cover. So I just put the bluish, like you can tell it's a little bit blue, comforter into this white duvet. And the way to do this easily, I've said this before, but you turn your duvet cover inside out, and then you put your comforter on top of it how it needs to go, and then you tie the corners. You only want to get duvets with tie corners, because if you don't, they're so hard to keep in place while you're putting them on. But go ahead and tie your corners up, and then where there's the hole in the duvet, you start rolling it inside out. So it makes the comforter stay on the back part of the duvet, and then it'll just roll itself right on out. And then you give it a little bit of a shake. Beautiful. I was able to find 2 matching pillowcases that kind of looked good in the room. It's like a navy plaid, and they were king size, so I just folded them so that they'd fit these standard size pillows. I had gotten these Euro pillows for one of the kids' bedrooms, and they apparently didn't want them anymore. They were in like the linen closet, so I grabbed those up. They were matchy color. And then I had this comforter from my son's room when he was a little kid, and so it had a pretty light blue pattern on the other side, so that's the side I used, so it wouldn't be competing too much with the plaid pillows. And these pillows right here I loved. They must be outdoor because they're sunbrella fabric. But I got these at Goodwill, and they're like a teal and navy plaid. And that really, I feel like, tied the room together. And I topped it all off with this navy blue bolster pillow. So at this point, I just kind of laid out the rest of the accessories and tried to figure out where I wanted things to go. And I really wasn't excited about where the bed was placed. So I was kind of thinking about where did I want to put that. We have this deer head that has antlers that are detachable, but we got this for another house that we flipped, and I knew it would look perfect in this like quote boys room. I really thought the bed would look better on this wall right here under the window. And so this bed is so cute, and it's very light, and it's got little wheels, little casters on the bottom. So it was really easy to move this bed once I got it all set up and made up. And at this point, I'm very happy with the bed placement. I went ahead and moved the bed side table over to this side. Now it's time for curtains, and I found these curtains at Gabe's, and they were 108 inches long, which is too long, really. You really want 96 inches for it to be resting on the floor. 108 inches is going to puddle on the floor, which I'm fine with. I think if I have time, I might hem them. You'll see how long they are, but I'm okay with it. I think it looks good. I also have this oar. I got this oar probably 10 years ago, and it's been in my basement, and this was like the debut. This oar was made for this bedroom. I didn't touch it at this time with paint because I wanted to see how it would look, but it has it's dark wood. It's really pretty, and then it's got some green and red on it, which I wasn't crazy about. So I'm just kind of moving it around the room to see where I want it to go. And at this point, I didn't know, and I didn't have the way to hook it on the wall, so I had to wait on that. Went ahead and just got going on the curtains and the curtain rods. And these curtain rods are from Amazon. Back to the curtains, they're 108 inches long, nice Nautica brand blackout curtains, and I got them for 2 panels for $20 at Gabe's. So don't sleep at Gabe's. Gabe's is like a Ross, and maybe a step back from Ross, because you really have to go through stuff, and some of the stuff is damaged. I don't feel like it's that damaged anymore. It used to be not good stuff. But I love Gabe's. It's the thrill of the hunt at Gabe's. The curtain rods are from Amazon, and you just kind of build them as long as you want them. I only did 3 sections on this one, and I ended up going back and adding a 4th pull section to make the rod longer so that I could spread the curtains out I love to spread curtains out as far as I can and to make them as high to the ceiling as I can, because it makes the room look so much bigger. So here I am trying to install this curtain rod, and I did not put the stinking curtain rod holder prongs, I don't know what they're called, in the right area, so I had to redo one of the sides. I haven't told my husband that yet. No big deal, it's fixed. There's only 2 extra holes in the wall. And then I did the other 2 curtains. Well, the other 4 curtains, other 2 windows. And It really tied the room together. And this is on a different night. I had just taken a bath and I wanted to come over here and stage these shelves, these bookshelves. I feel like when I saw this house, I was like, this has the perfect little book nook for a kid's room. And I just went through like some cabinets that need to be decluttered, and these books were books that would have gone to Goodwill. So I'm showing you that the books are like brightly colored, but if you rip off the jackets, the outside cover of the book, then you're left with a pretty beige stack of books that look good together and look really good when you stage bookshelves. As I do this, you'll see me tweak things, move them a little bit left, a little bit right, move them on the shelves. That is a glass or porcelain vase that I painted with black paint that I had added some baking soda to. And it gives it that textured look. It has this weird little spout on the back, so I just put the spout in the back and you can't tell. I also put some children's books up here, and I ended up not using them. I ended up taking them down because I don't like the colors up there that compete with everything. When you're staging, I feel like you want things to look very clean and decluttered, but you want to give people a idea of what the room could look like. So like this was this little weird area in the house, and you're like, what the heck would I put over there? And so obvious to me, I would put bookshelves over there, or a bookcase, or even a little desk. You could put a little desk there, like build your own desk with a piece of wood and those L brackets, and have a little desk nook over there. I think that would have been perfect too. And that would be very functional, but not very pretty. And so that's not what we did here. You can see I put a big plant up there. There's a brown book up there that is like, I don't know, it's like an economic book, but the cover's light brown, so it looked really good. And then I got this trilling faux plants, and that is from IKEA that I've had at the house forever. And I think that brings a little life to the room, little interest over there, like a spilling plant. I love this mirror. It's like a little porthole mirror with a big jute rope. That's from Goodwill. And then the anchor. And the anchor's from Goodwill also. I think both of those are originally Hobby Lobby. There is this thing called the rule of threes when you are decorating something. And so you want 3 things together, because I don't know why. It looks better. So what I like is one thing tall in the middle, and then the things on the side, the items on the side, to be shorter than the ones on the middle. So you'll see when I put that vase up there on the books, it was too tall. So I just brought it back down. Then I brought this basket in, and I was like, maybe I should put the plant in there, but no, then it made it too tall. So I just set the basket empty. The basket's empty, but I set it on the shelf down there. So we'll have our rule of 3 with the taller things in the middle and the shorter things on the side. And I love how it came out. Okay, back to the oar. I put some dark gray paint and some white paint on this and let them dry. And then I sanded it and scuffed it up really good. And I feel like it really kind of goes better in the room now. Excuse me. And then I bought some things, these like metal brackets that you put on things to hang. They're like, I think they're called a sawtooth bracket. And you just screw them in on either side of the bracket, and it will give you like your normal picture has a hook on the back, and that's what this is. I got the drill out, and I had measured where to put the oar and where to put the screws as they are to the bracket. And the way I did that is I just held the oar up there and wiggled it around a little bit, and those brackets scratched the wall. And so that's where I think I actually used nails for this. So that's what I did. I hammered the nails in. Couldn't find my hammer, had to use the butt of the drill. I love how the ore turned out. And now I'm just kind of going to look through my stash and see if I want to hang anything else up. I don't end up hanging anything. And I just wanted to check the placement of the ore. But yeah, this is how the room turned out. And I really like it. I need to clean the bed off, but I like the curtains. I love the ore. And I love our little reading nook. And even the deer head. I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Thank you guys again for joining me. Make sure you like and subscribe, and there'll be more videos to come.